How's it going, everybody? Cole from Talkers on the Wall here. We got a couple new people. Well, Smitty's been here before, but we do got a brand new segment. In today's video, we're going to be covering Fallout Season 2. It just started. There's a lot of hype around this show, and we're happy to talk about it. So if you want to kind of introduce yourselves and kind of like where you fell in love with Fallout, was it just a show, or did you fall in love with the games when they first came out? But yeah.
My name's Max. I started playing Fallout. I'm pretty much a chud when it comes to this stuff.
This sounds like an intervention.
I don't know. I started playing, I don't know the age, but it was pretty young. I started playing Fallout 3. That was the first one.
Is that your favorite?
No.
No.
Fallout New Vegas is my favorite.
100%. Fallout New Vegas. I think I started with Fallout New Vegas, though.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then I went back and played Fallout 3. Which, I mean,
That's respectable.
Fallout 3 is not a terrible game.
It gives you the good Fallout feel, though. 3 does. That's like the peak Fallout, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's like peak Fallout feel, atmosphere-wise.
Yeah, it's very true. The capital Wasteland. You get that kind of feel of everything.
But that's not what we're here to
talk
talk about.
We're not here to talk about the game.
We're talk about 3. Yeah.
We are here to talk about Season 2. And Season 1 left off with a lot of hype. A lot of people were raving about it. As someone who really hasn't played the games too much, I did play Fallout 4 quite a bit and never finished it, I'll be honest. But I just liked roaming around when I was just in high school and just open world it, because that was a really fun game to do it with. But honestly, first season I gave it a 7.5, and I think as we get on more of these Fallout episodes, we're going to more so dissect the episode per week. This is just kind of us just getting our feet back into the series. Me for the first time, and these two, for the second time since Season 2's out. But honestly, I think Season 2 is doing a really good job right now. I think my favorite part of Fallout from Season 1 to Season 2 is how they kept it very continuous. I feel like a lot of shows, for example, Stranger Things Season 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1, or well, not 1, but it's just not sequenced well. It's just an event happens and that's the season, and then there'll be 2 years off. And it's just okay, then something random's gonna happen. But with Fallout Season 1, you end it with Hank, the ultimate plot twist, yo, I'm actually evil as hell, which I'm working for Vault-Tec. I'm trying to get my rep up. And then it's just the immediate Season 2 is just the chase of Hank, which I think is great.
True. Yeah. To go on that point, I know we're not talking about this, but just the sequencing.
Yeah.
Variation is Stranger Things just had that happen, and they ended their last season with the world just
yeah.
And then you get to the new season and they just
everything's fine. Military showed up. We're good.
It's all patched up.
Yeah.
There's no good story building there. So I feel like they just jumping kind of right in. Obviously they skipped a little bit, but you kind of have to skip some stuff. Some stuff's not really.
Yeah, I think what the show does really well too is something that Game of Thrones did really well is just the POV switches. I love a story that has multiple stories going on into it that just have build up to when those characters meet together. I think the way Max is conflicted about being in the Brotherhood after forcefully taking I'm saying forcefully the Brotherhood made him take credit of the Moldaver murder when she basically died fighting Hank. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's really good, and you can tell that he's very conflicted about, and in just the anticipation if I ever meet Lucy again, am I gonna fold or am I gonna, do what the Brotherhood is asking me to do?
Right.
Well, I think I noticed from going on the Maximus grind is in episode 2 especially, he's super conflicted about what the Brotherhood's actually about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it, especially at the meeting, I think you really kind of see that when this goes into something different, but I have to say I don't really like the direction they're going with the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Because especially from someone who's played the games, if you play the games, the Brotherhood is super disciplined and not and then at the meeting they just present them as kind of
just a bunch of like
a bunch of idiots.
Yeah. Just a bunch of chuds. Just like we're gonna fight. What?
Yeah, like raiders. They present them like they're raiders.
Yeah, they're very self-serving in the show.
Yeah, which obviously we haven't seen the rest of the season. There could be a story building thing there. It could be like they use that to unite them.
Yeah.
With what's his elder. The elder.
The guy who just showed up at the end.
Yeah, for the Commonwealth.
I think he's only a paladin. He's a liaison. He's wearing the elder coat.
You're right. Yeah,
which I thought he was like supposed to be like Elder Maxon when he from like the trailer. But then he's like, yeah, I'm just a paladin. I'm a liaison. Thanks for inviting me, by the way.
I think where I'm at right now, I'm just very happy with the build-up that's happening. I think Walton Goggins, the person that plays the ghoul. Oh my God, did they nail the casting so well with that? I think Ella Purcell, I think her name is. I think she's playing a really good Lucy.
Purnell.
Is it Purnell? Yeah. I just think it's super believable, like where you see basically a full episode of her in Vault 33. And I just that lifestyle, it's really never left her. Like even like how crooked her like father is. Like there's multiple times in season 2 where she's like bringing it up to Ghoul or like Cooper or however whatever you want to call him. Then she's like, I just wasn't raised that way. And he's like, your dad is a terrible person. She's like, it still doesn't matter. I mean, my morals don't change.
Yeah, I do. Like kind of like one gripe I have with like her character building like this season was like I feel like she kind of took like a step back into like her old ways, like at the end of last season when she sees her mom as a ghoul and whatnot and Moldaver's killed. She like you think like there's like some development in your brain there that you're like, okay, my dad just caused all this, like this is a bad like the Wasteland's bad, there's stuff, but then you get into like episode 2 and she's like, oh, this person's in trouble, and the ghoul just saved me, but I gotta use a stimpact on this lady I don't know and I've never met.
She'll die without it.
But I mean, I get it because like her like moral character is like the lawful good, so she's always gotta go back.
You can make the argument it's chaotic good, like I guess it's just a bound of rules, but a lot of it kind of seems like selfish when it comes to like it was more of like a FU to the ghoul. Like granted he kind of deserved it, but
I think he's more of like the chaotic side, and I think that's why he's like a chaotic neutral, and I think that's why they play in with each other. Really nice.
I think the banter's good. I think really there hasn't been like one thing about Fallout that I was like nah, but that kind of like leads me like, is there anything with the show and the world itself that they like put on the screen that you guys like took from playing the games for all these years and you're like, they did that absolutely wrong, I hate this?
I know when season 1 first came out, like the biggest thing was like the nuking of Shady Sands. There was like supposedly a huge like timeline overlap and people were like not happy about that, but then they just cleared it up. There's like, no, it's like there's a small little place in time where like it doesn't overlap with anything. I like how the show canonizes a certain ending for Fallout New Vegas, because before we were going off of, I think it was the NCR ending was the canon version, but now it's confirmed that the house ending is
I don't know if it
the
got
canon
confirmed.
Well, I think that's it could be, which I've never done the house ending in Fallout New Vegas.
I have, because you need it to get the platinum trophy.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Should not. But yeah, anything
it's
with
a
you?
good ending. I mean, it's not my favorite ending, but I mean, none of the endings, like that's the thing with Fallout New Vegas is like you can see the endings from like all the viewpoints. Is like if you see it from a certain perspective, like any of the endings could be a good ending. But then all of the endings have their drawbacks. Like
yeah, and that's fair. I mean, as far as the way season 2 is building, do you think? I know it's really early to say this, but do you think it will end up being better than season 1? Do you think this will be like a steady progression in character arcs? I personally think yes.
I don't know. I'm kind of iffy. But so far, yeah. Just because I think they'll get a lot of like nostalgia factor too.
Fair.
And I think that'll really add to it. And I mean, already kind of has like the scene at Novak is like.
Oh yeah, dude! Seeing the Novak sign,
and then Big Iron turns on, and you're just like, dang, this is.
Oh my dude, that opening scene so good because as soon as the song started, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta crank this shit.
See, and that's why I wanted you two on here because like I see a scene like that, and it's just good on its own, but like just for you guys, it's kind of like. Just like when you read like a manga and then you see it like animated and you're like, oh my god, it's glorious. You're just that Danny DeVito meme. Yeah, no, and I'm super happy that you guys are getting those moments. As a Game of Thrones guy, those don't happen too much anymore. So I'm happy you guys are good. But so as far as Fallout as a story, it's only good as its characters. So that's kind of where we're going to segue into more of our character study into this part of the video. Smith, who would you say is like your favorite character? Who are you like seeing? You're like, you got to make it to the end, or you got to end up with this person, you got to die, or I just love watching you because you're super entertaining, even though you're evil as hell.
My favorite character would probably have to be, I'd have to go with the Ghoul.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just like, he fills the role of like the badass character, and he just he knows the Wasteland because he's been alive for over 200 years or whatever else. So he just he knows what he's doing, and it kind of feels like he's almost like a veteran player of the games. So he knows what's going on. He's taking all the drugs, doing everything else. He's just and he's just so. His lines are given just so.
Just the aura.
And they're so funny, and it's great acting. Yeah. The actors are so good. And then when he cuts back and you see how much he is actually like Lucy before the war.
Yeah.
And then basically just like the nukes drop and he's like, where's my fucking family?
Yeah. Max?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Ghoul is probably my favorite character as well. But I'll talk about my second favorite character, just so we switch it up a little bit here. My second favorite's definitely Maximus.
Okay.
Just because I'm a Brotherhood fanboy.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Even though like the Fallout like nerds think they're like super overpowered, which is definitely true.
Oh, 100%.
In like canon,
they're basically the Uchiha in Fallout.
Yeah. Like you played a little bit of 4, so you might even got to that part. They literally just roll up in 4 and just.
Yeah,
they're take over. They're just like
dozens of the Commonwealth. Just run this shit.
Yeah,
but I don't know if how much you guys seen for like. Obviously, I'm the chud here, so but like posters and like teasers and whatnot before the season started.
Mm-mm.
Oh no,
you don't mind if I.
No, go for it. Yeah.
That's out there.
Potential spoiler warning, but
potential.
Okay. Yeah,
but it's stuff that's out there, so
all right.
They want you to see it. There was a poster that has him. That's like a. Has Maximus like with the cold fusion, like running away from the Brotherhood.
Oh,
and he's with
interesting.
Frick, what's his name?
The Squire?
The dude who got
the Ghoul. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what his name is, but I actually really enjoyed his character.
Yeah, he's at some point he's running away.
Interesting.
With the cold fusion, so it kind of begs like the.
Bro was watching the season 1 poster. No.
If he's switching on the Brotherhood, or if it's like the Brotherhood Civil War actually happens, and he's like, you got to get the cold fusion out of here, otherwise the Commonwealth's gonna get it.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I was kind of gonna go along the same lines as Max when he was like the Ghoul. I don't think Lucy is a bad character at all, but I just think. Just emotionally, Maximus is written better, and the Ghoul is written better. The Ghoul just has so much of the backstory to where it's just a simple like evil like greedy economics of power hungry Vault-Tec. Like I think that is probably the most interesting part in the show is just Vault-Tec and just like as soon as season 1 was done and like. Well, I guess when I was caught up with season 2, the first thing I did was I just looked up Vault-Tec lore, and oh my gosh, it's just so interesting. Like, I was like on a long drive, and I was just glued to it every single time. Like, it just the insane experiments that they do in these people is just insane, and it's fun to let these like horrifically evil businessmen do these like ideas and just like no consequences as of right now. I just think it bodes for a very sinister world, and a very mysterious one as well. But I will kind of just piggyback more off of Maximus. One of my favorite things about storytelling is when they feel like actual like people, like, and I really get that from Maximus. I think, like I talked about it a little bit earlier, I just think that build up between Lucy and Max when they see each other, it's like, what is he gonna do? Like, we mentioned the poster, that could be a red herring for something, or it could just be that he's a completely changed person from the Brotherhood. As I'm watching season 2, episode 2, it kind of feels like an Anakin Darth Sidious type of vibe, like Palpatine, where like he's just kind of like looking at him like in that fighting ring, and it's like, okay, like you are my right hand man. We are gonna build this together, and it's really interesting to see where that goes. As someone who hasn't played the games, and doesn't have, I have no idea where it's gonna go. But I just think that part of Max is super, super well written, and I think that his banter when he meets with Lucy again is just gonna be must watch TV.
On the flip side, though, like, characters, like, I'm not interested in at all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that he's written poorly, but I don't even know his name because I'm just not interested in his story. Lucy's brother.
No, Norm Slander? I think his name is Norm.
It is Norm. It is Norm.
Norm Slander. No.
It's not that I hate the writing.
Yeah.
The writing's actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
Like he's like the prototype, like he gets stuck in Bud's area.
Yeah.
And he's like literally the prototypical like Bud's Bud. Like he's like everything that like program is like for. But I just can't get into his section.
Wow.
Every time I watch it, it comes up, I'm just like, all right, I can like go get some food or something.
Wow. I think, I don't know. I really liked his escalation of like, oh my God, my father and sister are gone. And then it's just like taking a deep breath. And then it's just like the Vault 31 like theory. And then that coming true. And the payoff. And it felt like a little, like, this is more season 1, obviously.
Yeah.
But like that mystery of like when he's like typing like on the computer. Because something's up. Because these people are weird as hell. But you don't know really what the main motive is.
I'm talking season 2.
I know.
Season 1.
Norm.
He's season 1. Norm is a baller.
Yeah.
That's a great story, and that was like one I wanted to.
Right.
And it's fun like seeing him
now,
like play like this overseer role with all these like stranded people that had just got thawed out, and they're like,
but now they're
are we in
Wasteland.
paradise?
Yeah. I somewhat agree with what Max was saying. In the beginning, it was like, he's just waiting to die. But then when he stood up and like decided to
chaos
be like,
is easier,
I'm leaving, I'm letting everybody out, and I'm gonna let the people who worked on the vault or know stuff more about the vault, I'm gonna let them help me out, and I'm gonna be their super manager.
Yeah.
He's a good character.
Yeah,
like
he's a good character, and I hope that they do better things going forward. But I will agree that you kind of just him sitting there being like,
just the one-on-one with the robot though. Is there a specific name for him?
I think he's a Robo-Brain. Yeah. Or because Robo-Brains are a little bigger. He's just like a robot or Robo
Bud.
Yeah,
Bud Haskins.
Bud Brain.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think just him like kind of just defying and just being like the rebel in this situation. I think that was good for his character, and I think that's really what his character is at heart, is fighting for his own life and for the people that he cares about.
I just think it's going to lead to, and this is part of the reason why I'm just not too interested into it. I think it's going to lead to one of those bad writing moments where they're all in the Wasteland now, and all of a sudden these nerds who have no combat training, no nothing, none of that, are just taking on like a Deathclaw or something. Well, you don't know what.
I know a Deathclaw,
yeah, you played 4.
Yeah.
But that's like my kind of gripe with it is they're going to run across something and they're just going to beat it because they're smart.
I feel like what might happen, well, I don't even know if they'll just beat it. They might beat whatever like abominations they run into, but I think this is just a little bit of a theory of mine since you brought it on. I think maybe the Legion will run into them and they'll be captured, and then it becomes like a duality of Lucy having to rescue her little brother because she got captured by the Legion.
Or him having to rescue her.
Or he might yeah.
But that's where I'm going from. That's like the super hyper unrealistic. I know it's a fiction show, but this just isn't his character.
Yeah, because he isn't even like one of like the better Vault, because like Lucy was combat trained. She's incredibly smart for what they can teach and whatever else. So she's like the upper echelon of like their Vault dwellers.
Yeah.
But these nerds are not.
But these nerds are not.
They just got unthawed and they thought they're gonna die. They thought they're going to paradise.
Who ate the food out of my welcome pack?
Yeah.
Who knows, bro? They could have froze the 21-24 Olympic team. Like we don't know.
I know it was a little different because in New Vegas, the Boomers, they are from a Vault, but they're a little different because they had all of the like weapons and mass destruction, everything.
Yeah.
And but
I mean, technically it's not crazy to say because Lucy's dad was also one of the.
That's true.
And dude
had huge nuts to just be like, here's a nuke.
Yeah.
And obviously now he's him in the show, so it's like.
True.
I mean, it could happen, and I could see.
Were those devices
like
in the game? Those little like the neck things, were those in the game at all, or is that new to you? At
know
least?
Of.
Because I think it's very interesting, and it's not far off from what Vault-Tec does. They'd be doing all those experiments, turning them into communists. It's pretty crazy.
Well, that was a house vault, so that was probably like like a backup plan for if he got blamed for starting the war. Then he could just be like, "There's a vault of communists. Yeah. They're down here. It was them."
Oh, that's
what
you meant by house vault. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
That was also cut content from Fallout New Vegas. That vault was cut content.
Okay.
So that was also like, as a Fallout fan, that was very cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You doing the thing?
They did the thing.
Yeah. No. I'd say let's do like our favorite moments of the season, and I think I'm out of yap so far as where we're caught up with it. I would say my favorite part of the season so far of the 2 episodes, I think you really got to leave it up to that cold open of the bombing of Shady Sands. I think that was so well done. Max's father, just in the short screen time, I actually really cared about the character. I think they did a really good job with that. And just in the short time, I was just I felt for him, and when they're just like, just stay in the fridge, he's like, no, and it was heartbreaking.
Okay, I have a few. It'd probably be the opening scene to episode 1, season 2. Just seeing Novak, the no vacancy sign, the pool, that whole fight scene, and then the dinosaur. Oh man, that classic iconic dinosaur. And then cut to, I think it was episode 2 where they're in the hospital, and they don't know what's. I was trying to guess what it was. I thought it'd be a Cazador. Cazador would have been absolutely nuts to see, but I guess a Rad Scorpion's a little bit easier to fight.
Yeah.
And then the Rad Scorpion. I think they did the Rad Scorpion really well. It looked really good.
Another in the credit scenes. I don't know if you guys seen when they're in the stadium and coming down. Did you guys watch the post credit scenes?
No.
Watch the post credit scenes.
I think I'll have to.
It gives a lot of hints to the next episode.
Okay.
and stuff you can kind of like theorize on.
Yeah.
But the mascot for the stadium was, I think it was the Wasps.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh,
and
hell no.
I believe Cazadors are, I mean,
they're I know what they're called.
I think they're like a
tarantula hawks.
Yeah, that's what it's called. But everyone thinks they're like a bee.
Well, tarantula hawks are they're like a form of wasp, but the fucking disgusting part about tarantula hawks is they sting tarantulas and they paralyze them, but then they lay their eggs in the tarantula, and the egg hatches and eats the tarantula from the inside out, and it does it in the most painful way. It like doesn't kill the tarantula until it like finishes it off, and then that's how they reproduce.
So that's like my that's like my we might get a Cazador either in the next episode, in the coming episodes, which that would be very cool.
Cazadors are awesome. And then, but I was also thinking it could have been, oh man, they're from Fallout 1 or 2, but they like shoot acid and shit, and I just saw like the boils, and I'm like, could be that too. I don't know what they're called. I think they're like green hides or something.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, my favorite moment from like this season, it actually kind of like leads into my least favorite moment from the season.
Oh, okay.
So I guess I'll like piggyback
Fair.
and a little transition. But my favorite moment is when Maximus is like killing the ghouls and getting the insert thing. Just because I don't know, I'm a sucker for like power armor and scenes that have it in it. So I just think it's cool.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think the ghouls like in that scene are done really well, and kind of just how they are in the games, where like they're not like aware that you're there until like you're kind of shooting at them, and then they just launch themselves at you. Which is fire. Like but then my least favorite scene, which kind of piggybacks off of what I was talking about earlier with like the Brotherhood being just kind of dumb in the show, is that like they uncover Area 51, which that is like, if you played the games, that would probably be like the Brotherhood's like ultimate dream.
And they kind of
discovering Area 51, and then they go in there, they're blowing shit up, and they're playing with grenades like they have no.
They're giving this big speech, and you have a whole
and it's just like, this is literally like the area, like just from someone who's played the game. This is the area that the Brotherhood would just be like,
they'd be
salivating.
The Brotherhood's main goal is to preserve pre-war technology and to get as much of it as possible. And then they're like, let's see what this car can do. Then blow it up, and it's like,
yeah, and then or the fridge with the fucking alien. Just an alien from.
I mean, it's a cool nod, but it's like, why are we not doing? And they're like, oh my god, an actual ice box.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
That is a cool nod to the wacky Wasteland or the Wild Wasteland.
Yeah, Wild Wasteland.
Like, what is that? A trait
for
Fallout New Vegas. That and then the I think they had like a holy hand grenade in there too, or maybe that was a history nod.
There's a holy hand grenade in Fallout New Vegas that you can get from the Wild Wasteland. I know that much.
True. Yeah, I do know that.
Yeah. Which I want to see more nods of that. Because there was, in Fallout New Vegas, right outside of the opening town, you can find an Indiana Jones type guy chilling in the fridge.
Yeah.
But he's dead. But
So.
Yeah.
Well, in 4, you can find a kid hiding in a
you can find that in the game
freezer,
too.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I think
in the show, yeah.
Fallout,
but he's not a ghoul.
He's not a ghoul anymore.
I was deathly afraid of Fallout 4 for a while.
Really?
Yeah. No, I was like.
How old are you?
I was 15 at the time, and I basically was just on my grind set, just trying to get my kid, and.
Oh.
Yeah, and
for the game.
Yeah. No, but I was getting into this house, just like looting, just exploring the world. Rad scorpion, out of nowhere, dude. I literally jumped up and was just terrified to go into another house. Like I would have. Oh my god, dude! I was tweaking.
Dude, I'll be honest. The burrowing monsters in that game do scare the ever living shit out of you. Like the mole rats right outside of the Red Rocket,
bro,
just busting out.
True.
Like,
I mean, that's not crazy to say.
Yeah,
but you'll never understand the horrors of being like literally like 10 years old and going to the like Dunwich borders and Fallout. And your character's like in that building in 3. Your character like literally hallucinates like people back to pre-war memories, and then you come back to the present, and then the people from the memories are just ghouls. And
that's crazy shit.
Dude, scary.
Or
when you're like 10.
or Dead Money, the Dead Money from Fallout New Vegas.
Oh,
the ghost people. Fuck that.
Ghost people. You're walking around. You step in a trap.
You step in a bear trap. You step in a bear trap. You're like, my leg, and then there's a ghost dude coming up to beat the fucking shit out of you. It's like, what are you doing here?
I would. That's one thing I'd love to see from this season, though, is if they make like nods to the DLCs.
Yeah,
I think just they have very good characters in the DLCs that they should mention, especially like if they're going the Legion. There has to be a Joshua Graham reference in there.
Yeah, well, because this is after New Vegas.
Yeah.
So,
how many? What is it, like 15?
It's a little. Yeah, I don't want to say something wrong, but it's definitely it's a little bit after.
Well, relatively.
Least, yeah.
Like around then.
Because there's a new, I think from just the trailers, I think there's a new Caesar, played by Macaulay Culkin, or whoever Macaulay Culkin.
Well, there's one before.
You mean his brother, or what?
I thought it was Macaulay Culkin.
Oh,
there's you're like in the future at this point.
Yeah.
Because in the trailer for the next episode, it has a dude.
Oh, I was
sitting
talking about
in
the trailer for like the season.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm kind of building on that.
Oh, okay.
There's a guy for the trailer for next episode, for episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
3, yeah. 3.
Yeah.
There's a guy, like, and it kind of got people mad, like, from what I was heard around the time of the episode, is because in the games, the Legion doesn't use, like, weapons all that much, but it's never, like, stated that that they won't use them. It's more of just, like Kaiser just wants his troops to be able to handle, like, hand-to-hand combat.
Right.
Because, guns jam and break and whatnot.
It's true.
But the Kaiser that they show for the trailer in episode 3 has an AK, and he's just sitting on the throne.
I thought.
But then Macaulay Culkin is off to his left, like standing.
Oh, okay. So maybe because he is wearing, I think he's wearing Legatus stuff, or like the legates.
Yeah. Because in the trailer. Like what you're talking about is like where he's facing the crowd. Is that the image you're talking about?
They were like walking through the camp or something like that, and he was just wearing like the armor or whatever else. Yeah.
So that's another like kind of good theory of what happens there and how Macaulay Culkin's character becomes Kaiser, because he's like where we're at now after episode 2, he's not.
Oh, okay.
Or at least to my understanding, could be wrong.
That's another another good scene, is seeing all like the Legion in like the hills, and Lucy's like, I'm
a nice person.
Yeah, true.
Would it help if I say please?
Yeah. Well, season 2 is off to a great start. Really happy these guys could make it onto the pod today. They got a lot of knowledge from the games that I do not have, so I'm happy they could join me today. And I think we're all out of yap. Peace.
See you.